Hello, friends. Thanks for being with Casey and I. We are trackside between the signals at the CSX Yard here in Dalton, Georgia. Nice breeze, rain this way, rain that way, but that's a surprise this summer. Hey, we're here, we're set up. Couple things to tell you here in a moment, but for right this second, I'm going to swing you back and we're going to go back trackside, and then after this next train, I'll come back and we'll do a little housekeeping. Good to see you all tonight. Thanks for being with Casey and I here on the CSX W&A sub and the Atlanta North District line for Norfolk Southern. Let's see how straight we are here. All right. The old black truck that we see all the time happens to be here. And there you go at the 40-mile post on the NS line. Highball green. Here we go. Let's get the scanner on. Hello, Ken. Hey, everybody. Good to see y'all tonight. All day, it was hot and more hot. And now, we have rain just south of us, according to the radar. South Atlanta, north Chattanooga. A little haze, but oh, what a cool breeze. It is just beautiful out here tonight. Just to give you a little idea. Looking over the top of Production 6, you can see our flag and the Georgia flag in the wind. And it's just that, picture perfect. Working out of the back of Production 6, here along the tracks, at the CSX Yard, here in Dalton, Georgia. That track closest to you, the W&A sub for CSX. And yes, that is exactly where the General went. Here's the old yard tower. Right on the other side of that's the old the old passenger depot that they're currently working on and doing some restoration, etc. And one track over, there in the middle and kind of raised, Atlanta North District for Norfolk Southern. And then 2 siding tracks, total of 3 actual siding tracks over there on the other side of the NNS track. We're basically at the 99.2, 99.3 mile post for CSX here, and the 40.0 mile post for NS. This is a CSX siding train, or a CSX train here on the siding that L808 at some point will pick up and move on down to the customers in the CSX yard. That is kind of a small CSX yard, but they have one here, and there's a number of customers here that they service. Where Dalton, Georgia makes 90% of the world's carpet. Within 25 miles of where you're standing right here, right now, the carpet of the world is produced. So, as you can see, looking northeast, beautiful blue sky. Here's some sirens in the background. And there are our northbound signals. The 2 to the left, CSX. The 2 to the right, green over red, NS. And behind that tree are 2 more that you can't see, although they get dark enough you will. Now, I understand the joint line is currently closed on the west side, although they consider it the north side because they consider the joint line runs north-south, is currently closed for track inspection. Don't know if that's confirmed. Just know that hello, James 401. Mr. Ken, I hope you are well. They are closed for track inspection, I was told. And that means everything might be kind of quiet. Maybe no CSX action while we're here tonight. And if you're going on up, anything that's going to go through or come from the debug yard on the pass-through lines, won't be any traffic off of the joint. So CNO and TP, we can have north-south traffic to us and traffic down to Atlanta from the yard and from Atlanta on up. So we're just going to kind of see. We might be of a slow night. You never know. Whatever you think is going to happen, usually it's just the opposite. Robert, if you're on, give us a progress report from the hospital. Let us know how you are. Everybody, Robert is in the hospital in Chattanooga, and I'll have him give you all a progress report when he comes on tonight. But everybody keep him in your thoughts and prayers. He's had quite a bit going on this week. So, I got a monitor on. We've got the scanner on. We're next to the old black truck that you used to seeing all the time. Edge Business Systems, parked right next to us every night for as long as I can remember coming down here. So, good to have you all on. Let's settle in, get comfortable, and everybody tell me, what are y'all up to tonight? As we await our northbound NS train.
Clear, northbound, 370 off.
370 northbound. Headed our way for Norfolk Southern. 370 is kind of a pickup train for NS. It stops at all the different places, picks up the different cars, drops off the different cars. We'll just call it the workhorse train between here and Atlanta. It kind of sizing up here. As we wait to hear him roll into town.
Dalton, 370 out.
Southern, a pair of them. As John would say, here comes some non-revenue production. Looks like 370 is going to slow it down so we can have a graffiti show. 125. There's Boyce. Oh, check out this car in the middle, you guys. Y'all tell me who that is. SpongeBob's on the right. Empty auto racks. Here comes some colorful things. Check it out, there's a Sea Dragon in there. And a 6, or at least part of one. Here's a big old smiley circle. Opus. Oh, come on, guys, look. And gals, artwork. She's been at the beach. Here's Moby Dick. He's at the beach too. Zach Adder. Okay. Oh, there wasn't any doubt in my mind that was going to happen. Oh, no kidding. Oh, it was right in bed with something. Well, we just got 370 going north, and we just got green on the CSX, so sounds like.
70 clear, northbound 370 out.
Everybody, that was Jesse. He said to tell you all hi. The law enforcement unit just left Waxahachie, and they got to chase it out of town. So it sounds like the joint line is open back up. Yes, kid, I do believe we have in fact seen that before, and if my memory is right, underneath the bridge, straight ahead there where it just went again. Robert, how are you doing? Give us all an update. You staying out of trouble? Mama Bear on the green. CSX line, the W&A sub, northbound green. And as we said, or Jesse called to let us know, it appears they are running the joint line again. So hopefully we got some traffic coming our way. where it is an incredibly beautiful, picture perfect evening. The weather doesn't get any better than this. The weather doesn't get any better than this, does it? This is perfect. Crash agrees. We couldn't have a nicer evening if we designed it. Rain to the south, rain to the north, no rain here, and just a beautiful, comfortable breeze. As we work on our second train of the night. Robert, I'm glad to hear you're staying out of trouble. I didn't want to have to come up there and bring a couple shirks to barter your freedom with to get you out of trouble. You know, Tony and I will run right up there with however many shirks we need to get you freed up. So you keep us posted how you're doing. Crash is on site with us, and we're all nestled in, settled in, and ready for a little bit of fun. And if we're lucky, maybe we'll see the local. Never know. We got the scanner on. We're good. Crash has got his seat ready. We gonna get some train action tonight. Kid, when was the last CSX train you saw today? I know you saw law enforcement and you saw the 4 locomotives after that. Have you seen anything else since? Wow, so the last train you saw was the one I said coming at you with 4 and check out the 4th locomotive, huh? Boy, that is quiet. Woo! Guess you haven't run over to the overpass to get any pictures today, have you, kid? Hello, Eugene. How is Virginia? everybody, it's good to see y'all tonight. Robert, I'm glad you're doing well. You take care of yourself and you make sure you follow instructions so Tony and I don't have to come get you out of hospital jail with some Rail Moment shirts. Everybody, it's good to have you on. John in Somerville, if you're on, a huge hello to you all the way down there in Somerville, Georgia. Everybody else, thanks for being on with us tonight. Ken, I think you were first. You get the gold star for first on. And everybody, we talked a little bit last night. Kind of got on a little late because I didn't get out of work till late. And then my birthday present got installed in the back of the truck with lights inside. So we had to take everything out of the truck, everything out of the back. And for those of you that have been with me on site, you know we're loaded with one of everything for production. So had to stop and put everything back in last night. So we got trackside a little late, but hey, we had a good time at the old spooky water tower. And no, Tony, I'm not gonna spend the night in it. You can work out that deal with Kid, but you aren't gonna have enough 20s in your wallet to talk me into that spooky water tower for the night. Now, steam train excursion to Somerville. Heard rumor there's a steam train problem. Don't know if there is, don't know if there isn't, but if anybody's heard what's going to be the power for this Saturday from Grand Junction with TVRM going down to the hospitality capital of the South, Somerville, where Susan will have that red carpet rolled out for each and every one of you, whether you're arriving by car or arriving by train. Somerville is always happy to see you. They have a beautiful park there, an incredible, I mean just incredible memorial to our armed forces. It's just breathtaking. Y'all have to visit that. Beautiful depot, the turntable there, so it's always a good time by all. And if you're riding with TVRM, ooh, the food doesn't get any better. I know one of the chefs that they have on site, Chef Micah. You talk about cooking. Woo! He can start a dinner conversation just like we get when we talk to Kentucky. Ain't right, I'll tell you. There ain't nothing better than good eating. So everybody, it's good to have you on. Now we talked last night, some of your inserts, some of your catch of the week pictures got hung up in technology. Listen here, if I heard a horn there. And so, if you did not see yours this past week, Casey and I are going to go through the ones just to make sure that we catch everybody's up. And if you have something in prior to this Sunday and you didn't see it, we will have it up this Sunday along with the rest. Our apologies. You guys know me in technology. Just give me a piece of paper and a pencil. If the lead breaks, I'll use one of these rocks along the track here and sharpen it back up and off we go. I don't need to call anybody to fix it or whatever, but technology is technology and it makes the world go around. Just like the mosquitoes make sure that we're alert. So, catch of the week, if you're not familiar with what it is, anything you see train related during the week, some kind of cool graffiti, something unusual, train past the depot. If you want to do something artistic, we have most artistic picture. Casey and I each pick one. Favorite locomotive of the submissions for the week, favorite picture for the week, and best graffiti, favorite graffiti for the week. And again, if you using a cell phone, that's fine. It's not the judgment of how great the quality of the picture is, it's how cool the subject is. Obviously on the artistic ones, that does make a difference. So, if it's your first time, please, any questions you have, ask away. Somebody that's on this channel will know an answer. And Up, we got horns. So as we have CSX approaching, since we are a little close, we'll just kind of capture just what's here. So we're going to go ahead and move over to the side so we get a little better view of the side of the train. But we're going to stay here for him to go by, and then we'll move over a little bit so we can kind of catch the view of anything that's cool for graffiti. But until that time, we're going to catch him literally coming right at us. Everybody wave to Crash down there. There's a huge hi to y'all from Crash. And as you can see, there is the diamond where they do cross over. So you'll be seeing CSX go from the left side of your screen to the right side of your screen and come right at you, crossing over the Norfolk Southern line. $5.50 something, but didn't quite catch what he said. cars. The eyeball in that. Sausages! Warning, do not apply vibrator to this car. The only difference between these cars is which one's the dirtiest. Some pigeon food. As you listen to those rails sing when he goes by. All right, kid. The front of that train with a YN2, second locomotive back. Should be to you any moment. Tunnel Hill, you guys get ready. Ringgold, you're next to see that train, and then he'll be across the bird cam. Never could catch his number, 550 something. Well, hello, Tony. How many days until Railfan Day in Cowan, Tennessee, Tony? Morse code from above. They're sending us a message. What is the next train? Uh-oh. I got the answer. I don't know Morse code, but I did figure out the answer. 60 days. That is it. Just 60 days to Railfan Day in Cowan, Tennessee. All right, Tony, you're on a roll. Think you can tell how many days to Christmas? Let's see who's keeping up on the Christmas count. I know I am. That new camera's getting closer and closer. I've got it narrowed down to one of about 2,000 JB Hunt containers on which one has my Christmas present in it. And when it goes by here, we're going to get that train to stop. We got Amber in the center up top. Let's watch him go green. Next, Tony, you are on it like a coat of paint on an old barn. 128 days to Christmas, you guys. If you're excited, let's hear it. If you're not excited, you better get excited. It's Christmas. And it's just that magical time of the year. It's also when you wish to hug the one that you love the most, to do holiday thing. That's it. Woohoo! You got it, Tony. Tony got the Christmas spirit all the way up there in Cowan, Tennessee on the Cumberland Plateau. Hey, there you go. Whoa, whoa. Hey, let's have a repeat. Oh, come on, both arms. Yay! Woohoo! That is Christmas spirit. You guys, you got this. And like I said, it's that special time. All right, kid, you got a YN2, second back on that train. It's that special time to spend with family and friends, and I won't go overboard with the whole neighbor thing, but family and friends, go see the lights in Rock City, go paddle down the Tennessee River, jump an Amtrak train and ride through 100 towns and look at all the Christmas lights. Go to Stevenson, Alabama and see the old depot. 279, yes sir. All decorated up where we were the other night. And the good news about Christmas time in Stevenson, the mosquitoes are dead, supposedly. Because I can tell you what, Saturday night, they were munching to store up for winter. Hibernation, mosquito hibernation. That is what we experienced. Took me all the way to Monday to get the last two mosquitoes out from wherever they were hidden. So we do have Amber on the NS southbound Atlanta North District line. Let's watch him go to green when the time comes. Y'all decide. 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Could be 29F coming. It is time for him. Usually a 1x2x0 with UPS trailers at the end, or 3x0. If you have not yet checked out the short that Casey released for Catch of the Week, that he released yesterday at 5 o'clock, please do so. And if you have not seen all the cool pictures on the Sunday Night Live from the studio, absolutely make sure you take the time to, because There's kind of cool stuff from everywhere on there, from Texas to beyond. By the way, a special hello to Railfan Lucan down there in Texas. And another day or so, those primer painted locomotives that we were sending down should be there in Texas. You can film them again. And we are into the Morse code tonight. Y'all figure out what it says, you let me know. First one to say it went green gets a gold star. There's a message for you. It's from Tony. Go, Tony, go. There's some cars over on the CSX siding. Nothing too exciting. Although, this guy's got a pair of ears. Right there. So, I'm guessing a dog. Oh, 29F. Just heard 29F call. I'm guessing that that's a speaking animal with roundish ears, and whatever that green stuff is on the white background accented with the black is what he's saying. And it looks like wouldn't you know it, there's one weed and it's right in front. It looks like Heijo, maybe? Oh, maybe it's hello, Hello. Anyhow, you decide what kind of a creature that is. In the meantime, do not hammer on the sides, or you will be in violation of what it says on that car. And there's signature on this one. Now y'all decide, is that Ellis is my guess, so it's Ellis. And they didn't paint over the reflective strip. Such responsible artist. Lift here and jack here. 2-inch HF comp shoes. Load limit 223600. And just in case you wanted to know, the exterior paint is Williams Hayward 12-12072. You know, when I pulled up tonight, the first thing I wondered is, I wonder what color they call that. I thought maybe it was gray. Nope. Much more technical. All right, everybody. Let's get you straightened up here. Everybody get your hair combed. Everybody be on your best behavior. 29F. Coming through, y'all. Mama Bear Sunset.
Terminal Dalton, clear here, 9FL.
Find the JB a hunt with my present in it. There goes our UPS trailers. 3 by 0 by 0 on 29F rolling south. And did you see him pouring the diesel, generating that electricity on those locomotives rolling by here? Not one, not two, but all 3 locomotives hard at work. Woo! He was getting with a purpose. Priority train to Florida. All right, we got highball green. CSX southbound. Kid, fill us in. Has he gone past you yet? What did you see and what are we getting? Or is it our coal train that Jesse told us about? But that is green over red on the W&A subline for CSX. Let's see who hears the horn first, other than Kid, because he has an unfair advantage. He's about 10 minutes ahead of us on the tracks. All right, sorry everybody. Again, we go back to that whole conversation about paper and pencil and technology. All right, we are back where we left off. Again, my apologies. Technology is exactly that, technology. All right, we still have our green. You did not miss the train. Crash jumped out there and said, wait, we're offline. And now we're fixed. So everybody, the city lights are coming on. Dark is coming into Dalton. And we are going to put one more in the bag before we call it a night. CSX southbound on the W&A sub. Kid Outdoor, give us a progress report. What do you see up there? Car going over the bridge. Our speaking animal. I think of our train car review. This is how far we got. There is a horn to the south of us, of which I don't think it's 29F. But the wind is coming from the south to the north. Who knows? And our flashing light is warming up. It's its very own Morse code. There on the old control tower. That train horn that you hear, I believe, is south of us. So maybe NS has the northbound on approach that'll hold short of the diamond. We'll get back to back. Or 29F just has a great horn tonight. 585, M585, coming south. as the tail end of M585 rolls south. Now, we heard very clear and distinct horn coming from the south at us. Now, I don't think it was L808. So we're going to sit tight for a minute. And yes, we have green. So we are correct. NS is holding down by the crossing. So let's get in position here. Okay, this will be our last one of the night as it is getting dark. All right. We got some setup here to do real quick. And as you can see, looking to the south. Oh, that's not very good, pan. Here, let's do better. There. There's our green. 733 clear. Headed north. NS on the front. And as you saw Lucas say, BNSF on the rear. Hey Kit, how's Missouri, sir? Mama Bear, not yet. You're ahead of the next question. Hey everybody, just want to thank everybody for being on tonight. And it is the 19th of August, 2025. Appreciate y'all jumping on. Hope everybody had a good night. I hope everybody had a good day trackside. I know Lucas got to take a look at the spirit of law enforcement over there in Lookout Valley. Our thoughts are with the first responders going over that overpass, rushing to help whomever in need. I hope they're okay. We are going to wind down, finish up, and call it a night. Don't forget, send your catch of the weekend, railmoments.com. Keep Robert in your thoughts. He is in the hospital tonight, watching live with you guys. We are between the signals in Dalton. And in case you were not earlier, we do have some submissions from last week that got stuck in queue, and they will be on this week. Casey's aware of it. Special thanks to Tara for sending hers in. What else is newsy? I guess that's kind of it. Don't forget, Wednesday night's her health night and Mrs. S night. So tomorrow night, home healthy cooking and spending time with Mrs. S. We'll be back trackside Thursday night. And Somerville Steam is supposed to be this weekend. I heard there's a question mark on the steam part, but we will see between now and Saturday. We will start off at the Railroad Museum, probably at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don't forget, every Sunday night live, 5:30 Eastern Standard Time. And if you have not seen Sunday night, please do. There's all kinds of cool stuff from Texas to Virginia. And if you haven't seen it, Tara got a hold of our fire department and she staged. The whole fire department came out. 3 locomotives, 1 old truck and a tractor, and her very own caboose in her very own town next to the depot. And they've got a water arch made for her. So if you've not checked out Sunday nights live from the studio, please do so. And Casey released the short on Monday at 5. Check that out as well. Everybody, let's see if there's any last questions. Anyone new, please subscribe. Anyone watches this in the future and you've not already subscribed, please do so. It helps the channel. We are red to the right, red to the left, or in your case, red to the right, red to the left, depending on which way you want to look. So as y'all just saw, keep your thoughts with Robert tonight. And unless anybody has any last minute questions, shout them out. And if not, let's do it together. From Crash to my right, to all the way over to Missouri and all the way up to Virginia and all the other places in between, and John down in Somerville. Casey and I and Crash will see y'all
at the next crossing.
At the next crossing. Did you hear it? It came out of the dark. The spirits of the Dalton Rail Yard have spoken at the next crossing. How cool is that? That's better than hanging out in the cemetery. Now we got moved next to the old spooky water tower. And if there's a voice that comes out of there like that just happened over my right shoulder, I can assure you I will be long gone from the spooky water tower. And kid, you won't have to go with the paranormal equipment because Mike will have already confirmed it, signed off on the line, and be long gone. Everybody, thanks for a good time tonight. Crash, thanks for hanging out. And y'all, I'll see you at the next crossing. And Ray, thanks for putting these lights in. Woo, I love them. Here, check this out, you guys. Now I can see to put everything away with the click of the button. All right, we're red right, we're red left. Crash is over here in the dark, waving at y'all. Hang on a second, I'll get a light on him. Y'all don't go nowhere. See, you can find him in that orange shirt. He's like neon. So, officially from Crash, as you just heard him say, we'll see y'all at the next crossing. Bye, everybody.